Hello everybody, welcome to this instruction video. This video will be making block 8 of the crochet along circles of the sun. I'll be using cotton 8 yarn and a 3mm crochet hook. I'll be taking you step by step through this pattern. The original pattern you can find online on Lilla Bjorn Crochet, and we're of course doing the circles of the sun crochet along. I'll also post a link to the description of this pattern in the video. So I'll be taking you step by step through the 10 rounds making up this video. I hope it's a useful video for you. Thank you for watching. Round 1. We're again starting with a magic ring. And we're going to work double crochets in the ring. 12 in total. So the first one is a chain 2, just like before, and now we work 11 more double crochets in the ring, and I'll show you how to close this with a needle join using a needle, and in the next round I'll show you how to close a needle join using your hook. So that goes 1, 2, 3 of the 11, 4, 10, and then this is number 11, so plus that chain 2 gives you 12. I'm going to close the magic ring by pulling tight, like so. Then we cut off and pull through. Let me just quickly find my needle, which I of course did not. There you go. Put your needle on your hook. So through this is the chain 2 here, so through that first stitch, pull through, and then enter in through the top of the stitch. See how I have it there at the top? If you look at it from this side, see it like this. You can really enter into your magic ring stitches already, like so, and pull through. And then just fashion it a little bit, especially the first one. You really need to just fashion a bit because it's so small still. And then you can work away your tail and you're done with round 1, and you have 12 stitches here in total. Round 2. This round we're going to be working through both loops, in contrary to what we've done up to now basically for round 2. So through both loops, pick up your new yarn, and we're going to work a double crochet increase in each and every stitch. So of course the first double crochet is a chain 2, and a second double crochet in the exact same stitch, and this time working through both loops. Also on the next stitch, work 2 double crochets, and you're going to continue like this until you're all the way around, and then you've made 24 double crochets in total. So you make 2 in each and every stitch, and then you close with a needle join on your first stitch, and you can do that with the hook or with the needle, whatever you prefer. So continue like this, go all the way around through both loops, work 2 double crochets in each and every stitch. Round 3. This round we're going to be working in the back loops, and you can start on any of the first double crochets of a double crochet increase. So I'm going to take this one here. So on that first double crochet on the back loop, pick up your yarn like so. Start by working 2 single crochets. First one is of course a chain 1, followed by a second single crochet on the next stitch like so. So 2 single crochets, and now we're going to work a single crochet between the 2 double crochet groups. So you can see, so that's really going to be in between these two. I'm just going to slightly pull it open. So between those 2 groups of double crochet increases, work a single crochet. That is our repeat unit. You're going to do that in total 12 times. I'll show you a few more times. So the next single crochet, we're going to work on the next stitch, and that's this double crochet here. Now especially be mindful that you don't accidentally lose this stitch because of the single crochet that you just made in between these 2 can easily fall over that stitch. So that's why it's important to make sure that you don't miss this stitch. That's 1, 2 single crochets, and then a single crochet between the 2 increases like so. And again on the first stitch, a single crochet, and on the second, and in between. You're going to continue like this, work this all the way around, and you close with a needle join on your first stitch. Round 4. This round we're again going to be working in the back loops, and this time we're only going to be working in the stitches that we made in the double crochets from round 2. So only these 2 center single crochets, and these ones the single crochets that we made in between the posts, we're going to be skipping. A new color yarn, and start on the first single crochet of these 2 here. So here's the one that we worked between the posts, on the first single crochet immediately after. The back loop, pick up your yarn. Now we're going to be making a double crochet increase in each stitch that we're going to be working in. Of course, our first double crochet is a chain 2, followed by a second double crochet in that same stitch like so. So it's 2 double crochets in there. Then in the next single crochet, it's this one here, also work in the back loop, work a double crochet increase. So 2 double crochets in that same stitch like so. We're going to skip the next stitch. It's going to be this stitch. We're skipping that stitch, and then on the next stitch, which is again a single crochet, just like the one we started on, make a double crochet increase, working only in the back loop. And that is your repeat unit. So I just started a new repeat unit. I'm going to do this in total 12 times. So that's a double crochet increase, and then on the next stitch again work a double crochet increase, and then you're going to skip the next single crochet again like so. To skip the next stitch and then work a double crochet increase again on that one. So you can continue like this, go all the way around, skipping these single crochets that we made in between the posts, and on the single crochets that are in between these 2, work an increase on each one. Go all the way around and close with a needle join on your first stitch. Round 5. This round we're going to be working in round 3, and then very specifically in the stitches that we just skipped when we were working on round 4, so into round 3. So on any position you like, doesn't matter where, so on one of these single crochets worked between the 2 double crochets, you're going to be working through those stitches, and you're going to be working through both loops. So just going to pick up both loops and then connect my yarn to like so. Start with a single crochet, and of course the first single crochet is going to be a chain 1, chain 4. So for this time you're doing 5 chains, of course, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now we're going to work a double crochet on the next stitch that we skipped, so that's going to be this stitch here from round 3, and again work through both loops, make a double crochet, so through both loops and fold back round 4 so that it's not in the way, work a double crochet, chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now on to the next stitch, and there you're going to work a single crochet again. So that's going to be this stitch here, through both loops of that stitch, and really make sure that you get both loops, because that's then you secure your work much better. Work a single crochet. And now you're back at your repeat unit again, so at this point here. I'm going to do this in total 6 times and then close with a slip stitch. And then you can pull your yarn to the back again, like we've done before. So it's chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. On the next stitch, work a double crochet, this next skipped stitch. Work a double crochet. And chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then on the following skipped stitch again a single crochet through both loops. You can see how you're creating a flower petal as you go. So you're going to repeat this 4 more times, and on that first stitch you close with a slip stitch, and then you bring both yarn threads to the back, so to the back, and you tie with a knot like you've also done before. Round 6. This round we're going to be working through both rounds 4 and 5, and what we're going to be doing is we're going to connecting the flower that we made in round 5, we're going to connect it to our square. So where we're going to start, a double crochet from round 5, go to the back of that, and then immediately these 4 double crochets, so to the back, you will need the first double crochet, so, and then again the back loop. But do note the position with the double crochet here and not a single crochet, so do take note that you're at the correct position. So the first of 4 double crochets directly after a double crochet from round 5. New color yarn, pick up your yarn through the back loop. I'm going to start by working 4 single crochets. The first is of course a chain 1. That's 1, 2, 3, and 4 single crochets worked in the back loop of round 4. Yes. Now we're going to make a single crochet between these 2 double crochets. See, so in between, like so, and again 4 single crochets. Especially be mindful of this first one, because that single crochet that you just made can slightly fall over that stitch. That's 4, so that's 1, 2, 3, and yes, 4. And now we're going to connect the flower petal from round 5, the double crochet, we're going to connect to our work. You're going to pick up the back loop from this double crochet and connect it with a single crochet to round 4. So let me show you. So the back loop of this double crochet, pick up that back loop, and in between the 2 posts, exactly like you did on this stitch, so in between these 2 single crochets, so, between the 2 double crochets I should say, work a single crochet. And now you're again at the beginning of the repeat unit. So I'll show you this entire repeat once more. The first stitch can be slightly hidden, so really make sure that you see that very first stitch and work 1, 2, 3, 4 single crochets, and then a single crochet between the 2 posts of those 2 double crochets, and again 4 single crochets on the next 4 stitches, and that is 1, 2, 3, 4, and now we're again going to pick up the back loop of the double crochet and connect it with a single crochet between the 2 posts, so in that space there. So the back loop of this double crochet, and where are those posts? I've just slightly lost them. Ah yes, here they are. So in between those 2 posts, just get that yarn to the back, bring up and work single crochet. And now you're at the beginning of the repeat unit again. So you're going to do this in total 6 times. You've now done 4 times. You have to go all the way around. So then you're connecting at the double crochet point, you're connecting your flower to round 4 and close with a needles join on the first stitch. Round 7. This round we're going to make a background color again, and you're going to start on any single crochet that you made in between 2 groups of double crochets. So I'm going to pick this one. Work again in the back loops of your stitches. So in the back loop of that single crochet, I'm going to pick up my yarn. We start with a double crochet increase. So the first double crochet is of course a chain 2, followed by a second double crochet in exactly the same stitch. So like so. On the next 4 stitches you're going to work a double crochet. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. That's your repeat unit. We're going to do this in total 12 times. So double crochet increase on each single crochet that's made like in between double crochets from the previous round, so that's this type of stitch, and on the 4 regular single crochets you work a double crochet. Show you the repeat once more. So on this stitch here, work an increase, so that's 2 double crochets in the same stitch, and then on the next 4 stitches you work 1 double crochet, sorry I should say, on each single crochet. That's 1, 2, and then you go like this all the way around, and when you get to the beginning you close with a needle join on the first stitch. This is double crochet number 4, and now I'm at that first stitch again, which is again a increase. So I continue like this, make this entire round and close with a needle join. Round 8. This round you're going to be working on the front loops of round 6. So for me that's this second green band I have here, and you're going to be working on only the single crochets that you made in between the groups of double crochet. So this stitch, that stitch, this stitch, and this one. So only in the front loops. You can start on any position. I'm going to take this position here, the front loop of that single crochet, pick up your yarn like so. Going to make single crochets with chain 7s in between. So I'm going to start with a single crochet here, which is of course a chain 1, chain 1, and now I'm going to make 7 more chain stitches, which are actually the chain 7 that you need right now. It's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this is 8 chain stitches in total, of course, because you've got the chain 1 plus chain 7. If this feels too long for you or too loose, please do feel free to just do 1 chain less here. So not a chain 7 but a chain 6. I'm going to leave it to your discretion what works best for you. But I've now done chain 8. You're going to skip all the stitches and go to the next single crochet that's in between these 2 double crochets. So that's this stitch here. Again, the front loop from bottom to top. Pick up your yarn and work a single crochet in this stitch like so. And then you're back at the repeats again. So now again chain 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then on the next single crochet that's in between these 2 double crochets, again through the front loop only, work a single crochet. So now you've made 2 loops here. Going to do this in total 12 times. So now again chain 7 and then work a single crochet on this stitch here. I'm going to go all the way around. When you get to the beginning, close with a slip stitch, pull your yarn to the back and tie a knot at the back. Round 9. This round we're going to be squaring up the mandala that we've made up till now. To start on any double crochet increase from round 7, remember you work those increases in between the single crochets that you worked. So in this single crochet you worked your increases. So you see here's an increase, you've got them all over. So any position you like, take the second double crochet of an increase. Back loop again and pick up your yarn with a slip stitch. I'm going to start by making 3 single crochets. The first is a chain 1, that's 1, 2, and 3. Half double crochet on the next, followed by 2 double crochets on the next 2 stitches. So 1 and 2. 2 trebles on the next 2 stitches, so that's twice over. and 1, 2, 3, and twice over, and 1, 2, 3. On the next stitch you're going to work 2 trebles in the same stitch. So that is once, twice, 3 times, and again 2 times over, and in the same stitch you're working that's 2 trebles. That's the first half of your corner. Chain 2, 1, 2, and now we're going to do exactly the same in reverse order. Now I've just knotted my yarn. There we go. On the next stitch, 2 trebles, and that's 1, 2, 3, and a second treble, 1, 2, 3, 2 trebles on the next 2 stitches, still working only in the back loops as you do for most of these designs. And 2. So those are 4 trebles. On the next 2 stitches work 2 double crochets. That's 1 and 2, half double crochet, followed by 3 single crochets, 1, 2, and 3. That brings us to the beginning of the next repeat. So again, 3 single crochets, and that's exactly the same as this point here. So do this corner 4 times and close with a needle join on your first stitch. Round 10, last round. I'm going to start on the first of 6 single crochets on any edge. So this is your group of 6, so your first single crochet, and take the back loop. Pick up your yarn, and then we start with 12 single crochets. First is a chain 1, next stitch is the number 2, 3, still working only in back loops. You continue like this until you get to the corner, and this last round is of course the same as we've done many times before, so I'm so sure this is very familiar to you. Almost to the corner, and 3 more, so that's 1, 2, and 3. That brings us to 12 single crochets. The next stitch, which is the last stitch before the corner, you work a half double crochet in the back loop. For the corner itself, 2 double crochets in the corner space, so 1 and 2, chain 2, and 2 more double crochets in the same corner space. It's 1 and 2. First stitch immediately after the corner, you're going to work a half double crochet again, It's this stitch here. Really be sure to get into that back loop and work a half double. 6 single crochets on the next 6 stitches will bring you to the beginning of the repeat unit again, and then you're going to do exactly the same on your next corner. So from edge to edge you're going to work 18 single crochets in total, of course, 12 plus 6, and then you work the half double and the corner, and you continue all the way around. That brings us, those are the 6 single crochets. Continue all the way around and you close with a needle join on your first stitch. When you've completed your last needle join, this brings us also to the end of this week's square. We've made a lovely flower design. I hope this was a useful video for you. Thank you for watching.